Oh, Jessica Alba.
Yes, bitch.
You know she burned a bunch of babies.
Did she?
Yeah, back in the day, she was selling baby SPF that wasn't real, and all these babies got burnt.
And again, Jessica Alba, if you want to support this show, I will delete that. Hi, it's the show again. It's Sorry What? It's an advice podcast from a bad little boy named Jared Goldstein. And I'm here today with an angel. With an angel.
With a little devil inside.
Super hot. It's Liza Treyger.
Yay. You've really? I feel like you're in a slutty phase right now. You're like, your hair is shiny and you are out there.
Thank you. I gave myself a little blow dry today.
I can tell.
I'm kind of pumping the brakes on the, what is it called? Like the
Straightener?
keratin treatment.
Oh.
The keratin straightening. And I'm just like, I'm just going to blow dry my hair when I want to.
You're a very, you take care of yourself.
I don't know. I use maybe. I come from that for sure.
You're ironing your Telfar straps.
That's true.
You are very meticulous, and I think you would be good at blow drying. I'm not good at it.
You know, I'm like all like intuition. I'm self-taught, and I feel like you're totally right. Okay. I want to talk about the guy.
Well, for me, it's bad because my icon was Britney Spears at her true worst. So when I look like I might have tracks or like that it's messy in the back,
that's good.
To me, I'm like, oh, okay.
There's
I look like
really...
Britney going to the beach eating Cheetos, and it makes me happy, even though I know it's poorly straightened and a little uneven and bad.
I remember when I heard about. Do you remember like I forget the actress's name, but like the original Mimi from Rent.
Okay.
She told a story about like her like hair extensions like kind of falling out as she's dancing on stage, and that is so sexy.
Yeah.
And romantic.
Yeah, like I care, but not enough.
When I heard about hair extensions, it became my whole life for like 2 years.
Why?
Because as a kid, my mom went to beauty school. She did fry a woman's hair off, so she did not become a hairstylist.
Listen, it's not that unique.
I know, it happens.
People will bleach off your hair.
That's what happened. She permed off a bleached haired woman.
Yeah.
Her supervisor signed off on
I'm sorry, you're going to a beauty school for a perm. You deserve all your hair to be.
Can you believe that? She like my mom,
off.
she's like rinsing the rollers and they're just coming out into her hand. The woman was bald. My mom, she puts it into her neighbor's hands and she ran out of the building and she never went back. And she just finished the nails and then she became a manicurist. Never finished the hair. She's like, hair, I don't.
So she just left this bald woman in the bowl and ran
Never
off.
Looked back. Yeah.
Did they try calling her? Like, did she keep rejecting?
I'm sure, but there's whatever's left of that story. My mom was just traumatized.
But I'm sure the beauty school's like, yeah, she should have quit.
Yeah, no, it was also not her. Technically, it's not her fault. It was her supervisor for signing off on it. So like her supervisor like had to answer some questions, but she was just like, oh my God. But like it's in my bones, like beauty and hair and stuff. And like when I learned about hair extensions, when I learned about like hair color, like I was like I remember like.
But not only that, you just take care of yourself. You know, you're stretching. You're on a foam roller.
That's true. I'm in a lot of pain, but I am stretching.
Yeah.
What can we do?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm obsessed with hair, and then I grew mine out, and like. Whenever like my girlfriends get like hair extensions, I'm like, show me.
I have clip-ins in New York that I wore, so I have a bag of clip-ins. But I just am a little more low maintenance. I'm just not careless, but I'm not as meticulous in those kinds of things. That's why I prefer to pay people to do a good job.
Yeah. But also, I just love when a white woman with brown hair keeps her hair brown, and it's just like, she's like, yeah, I have gorgeous brown hair.
So I've known this girl... Claire Parker, I'll say her name.
Yes.
So I've known her for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm drunk, but I'm living my life. I see one of her stories and she just looks like herself, cutie brunette.
Yes.
In my head, I thought she's been blonde for years. And I wrote, oh my God, brunette, and a bunch of exclamation points.
Uh-huh.
And the next day I'm talking to my friend and I go, how cute does Claire look with her nice new brunette? And she goes, she's been a brunette. I go, no, she's been blonde.
But
and they're like,
she dye it red recently?
No, that's Ashley. That's the
Ashley
other one
too, but I think Claire changed her hair color recently at some point.
No, but I truly went to a brunette who's been a brunette for years and went,
yeah.
brunette. But she's just been blonde in my Maybe it's like my own biases because I think she's hot, she's blonde or something. Like,
Maybe
I
so.
don't know.
I mean, she has blonde energy.
Yes, she has
blonde energy for sure.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the energy. But I wonder what she thought when she opened her phone in the middle of and it was just like brunette.
So maybe she just thought you were like supporting, or brunette to brunette.
Her cause.
Yeah. Do you remember when was it John Frieda had the like brilliant brunette, like something blonde and then radiant red? Do you remember that?
No.
And they would like these hair gloss treatments. Damn, I was obsessed with all that. It was just like a home shampoo, that line of shampoo and conditioner.
I was not. Were you allowed to dye your hair as a kid?
My mom, we had parameters, but I was allowed. I wanted blue black hair like the daughter from The Incredibles, but my mom wouldn't let me bleach my hair, which is not smart. Let me bleach
her trauma. She melted a woman.
I know.
Of course.
But let me we're not gonna melt my hair off. I didn't get a perm. You know what I mean?
Isn't it cool that like how powerful cinema is that I can't think of perm without thinking about Legally Blonde?
But did she get a perm in Legally Blonde?
No, it's her whole speech in the courtroom, and it's like,
can I tell you something?
You got a perm in the
I
shower?
have never seen Legally Blonde.
No, I know. I could tell by your face when I said, I'm like, oh, it's this thing that's catapulted the nation and has changed everything in the way we speak and live. And perm, never seen it.
I've never seen it.
I'm not shocked by that, but it is really good.
I know. I should. I bet I'd enjoy
There's like
it.
an amazing courtroom scene where something like she's doing a bad job and then something clicks because of a perm and then she's able to crush the scene
because of the perm,
because the person on the stand took a shower but after getting a perm.
Oh, right. I do remember this.
And then you got in the shower.
Yeah, and that was her like
and then it's
her like lawyer gotcha moment.
And then coagulate and then like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I guess since we're talking about it, Mary Beth Barone is blonde now.
Yeah, but that was for work. But
it still is what's happening. It's very exciting.
It is exciting. I can't wait to see her tonight.
We're going to see her tonight.
But do you think she's going to keep it? Is she liking the blonde highlights?
Here's the thing. I feel like the show will be great and will continue, and she'll probably need to stay blonde, and better to stay blonde once you're blonde.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be blonde for many years to come.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see her in her Prada bucket hat with her blonde hair. I think that I'm going to explode with joy.
It is very exciting.
She's one of our fashion girls, I would say, in terms of comedy.
Oh, 100%.
She's one of the top fashion girls.
100%.
But she's kind of one of those people, too, where it's like, is it fashion or is she thin? You don't know.
Yeah. Two things can be true.
Two things can be true.
Yeah.
But, I don't think, I don't think like jorts are fashion. But the thin people can wear them.
We have talked about this. But here's the thing. I do think like...
No, I would look like I'm trying to join like a goth group in high school. You'd be like, wow, look at that goth over there in jorts.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I do wonder if there is a way... I can see it in my mind. I can see it in my mind. You wearing jorts in a way that communicates pure fashion.
No, I'm going to look like a beach bum. What shoe am I going to wear? My Adidas, I'm gonna look like a skateboarder.
What if you wore literal high heels?
That would be crazy.
Why?
You would still see the imprint of my socks throughout the day. I did finally buy a pair of heels the first time in like over a decade.
When I was a kid, I was such a little gay guy, and I would tell my mom to wear like Louboutin, like not that we had Louboutins, but I would tell her to wear that style, like 6-inch heels, and she's like, "Where am I gonna wear them?" And I'd be like, "The supermarket." She's like, no.
When do you think they knew you were gay, or they just did it?
Yeah, they didn't want to know. Oh. They didn't want to know. It was a whole Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
We got there. They're very supportive.
Yeah.
But
no, I wore heels when I was like 18 to 22. Once I started comedy, heels were out.
Yeah.
Because you have to feel fully comfortable on stage, I think.
1,000%.
Like, and if you feel comfortable in heels, that's great. But like, I just think you always have to. That's why I overpack when I'm on the road, because it's like, you don't want to feel like shit. And if an outfit doesn't work or you feel or anything, and you don't have something else, I can't do the like, I just pack a black pair of pants and a t-shirt and that's me. Like, I cannot do that. I need to feel fully comfortable, and heels are just not that for me.
When I first started, I was like, I would not let anyone see me perform with my hair down. I like had to tie it back because I was like, you have to look like kind of broy and like smart and like normal. Oh my God, a memory of you just
came out. I remember Ponytail Jared.
Yeah.
Well, because
like kind of, it would be like this would be like a little bun in the back, and then this would kind of be tucked, and it would look loose, but it would all be like up and back. And I just thought if anyone saw me anyone saw all this beauty, they just would never take me seriously.
You have incredible hair.
They would never.
Allie recently asked. We just keep saying names of people, but Allie Makovsky was asked when we became friends or when we, and I think we've known of each other and hung out once in a while. But I feel like that JFL was with the laptop was like, oh, we have fun.
Solidified,
That was like, oh, we have a good time.
We had fun. Yeah. But also, I remember very much meeting you because I was very excited to meet you because I'm a big fan.
Wow.
You drove me home one day.
Well, now that you oh my God, I do remember driving at
and it was like early.
Dinner.
We had like just met, and you were driving me home, and I was like, "This is so cool! Oh my God!"
I know, but isn't it weird now that you know me and seeing the problems underneath?
I'm starstruck by you every day. Every day, nothing you could do.
Well, I like how sassy you were to me a few days ago, where you go, "Wow, I love that tone you're using."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But also, I feel like we were both kind of a little bit wild.
Yeah.
And I think that was great. We met right at the same page.
Yeah,
you know?
we each were having our own.
I kind of ghosted you
for
like 30 minutes
I felt
before.
ashamed.
I was starving. But then also, here's the thing. Here's why I felt a little bit emboldened to be hungry. So I did a thing that I hate is when I'm with someone and they're like, I'm starving and it's your problem now. I'm like, whoa, we're all adults. You can be hungry, but you cannot dump that on people. And I fully dumped that on you. But I felt we were at your premiere and I really wanted to make sure I was, I don't want to make your premiere about me or make it any less fun because I was there. So I wanted to like make sure I was
I just need everyone to know that by not making, we took a seat where the appetizers were coming out. And the moment a human turned the corner, we were up and looking at what to get.
But I was emboldened to do that because while we were at the Grove earlier, I was like, should I get some food? And you were like, no. And I was like, okay. So then when we got there and I was starving, I was like, okay, I did try to make food happen.
You're right.
I feel emboldened.
No, I also was going to bring you veal bologna. No, I should have just been like, get a snack. I was just in my head.
No,
like,
completely.
I wasn't calm enough. So to me, I'm like, we got to get to the party. There's going to be food at the party. But of course, it's LA. There's no food.
Yeah. The food, it was tight. The food was tight.
It's everyone kept talking Laurel Hardware. You got to go to Laurel Hardware. I go. Everyone's thinning in a crop top. This food is not good. Like the food is not good.
Yeah.
I do not trust these people.
Could you imagine like seated in a crop top eating?
A woman I couldn't stop. I kept looking at what she ordered. Like she did have muscle. Like she had an incredible body, but I cannot. Even if I was
what kind of night is that?
Then I just can't imagine
like sitting up.
No, girls in club outfits.
Out, eating. I'm like. No, I love nothing. I love more than going out and sitting up and eating, but I'm like, give me a little. I'm buttoning my pants when I'm at dinner.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, let alone buttoned, and then there's.
Well, also, if I'm having an attitude and letting it out, why shouldn't you?
Yeah, but I feel like it worked perfectly. We were like
parallel. I keep telling people, I'm like, we basically ended the night talking to the catering manager for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Who did you talk to? Any celebs? I'm like. The catering manager.
Yeah.
There was 3 parties at once going on.
We had a nice time.
Oh, but then Jared, and we're talking to this man.
Yeah.
And you kept talking about the food in front of the guy in shop.
I know, yeah.
And I kept trying to be like, he's just allergic. He's like, that dish was and I'm like, he just can't have. And I kept just being like, you kept being like, there's not enough. And I'm like,
he was so young. I couldn't
yeah, and he was a rich kid. He had so many jewels and outfits.
So
and
young,
brands.
and we were just 2 twinks. You know, I'm like, I don't respect you. Couple of twinks. We're on the same level.
No, but one of my favorite things, I do love seeing someone make eyes or like look someone up and down, and I feel like the servers were excited to see you.
I felt good that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did feel good. I walking around, because here's the thing. When I first moved to LA, I used to go to parties.
Yeah.
I used to I'm at the Chateau. I'm at the movie premiere. I'm at the building. And I'm like,
yeah, this is old hat to you.
It is. It literally is. I miss
you're
it.
A child actor, and I'm like,
I don't do that. I'm at Bar Lubitsch every night. I'm doing 8 minutes, and I go home. I get a drink ticket. My life is a lot less glamorous than it was when I first moved to LA, and I would just go to parties, and I do miss it when I go out. I get to tap back into that thing, and it's so fun and nice, and I really miss that time, and it's nice. It's nice to. I love a party. When people talk about like JFL or like any like industry event, and they're like, ugh, I'm like, it's a free party. They're giving you free alcohol, free food.
I hate people.
Go hang out. Relax.
I am complaining about an event that they could have said no to.
Yes.
You didn't have to go to JFL, babe. If this is an industry nightmare for you and not worth your time and you don't like the length of sets, I don't know why you're here in the lobby complaining.
Yeah.
I really don't. Another person would have killed to be there.
Someone from Hulu wants to come kiss your ass?
Yeah.
Amazing. I love that. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you.
Well, not only that, it's like, yes, a lot of like there's douchebags in our industry, but like, I'm friends with a lot of like my manager's old assistants that are now execs somewhere, development. Like there's cool, well-dressed women there to chat with that it doesn't have to be business or using or weird. It's like you can be friends with people that have other jobs than you.
100%.
And you're right. Just one time. Okay, so
it's literally free food and drinks. You had me at free food and drinks. I'm there. I don't care.
Yeah, and if it's lame, you find the friends you like and you sit in a corner, you go smoke weed outside, or you go to someone's hotel room after.
I love it.
I like events. I like organized fun, but not pressured. Like that's why I like the festivals. It's like your friends are here. You don't have to go out of your way. There's no plans. Everyone's down. Everyone's eating breakfast here. We're all gonna be here. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that you can have plans without really working at it.
Yeah.
And everyone's there. But about people being nice, one time, this was a fake festival, She Devil in Long Island City.
Wow.
And you had to pay to submit, and then they let everyone in. So everyone's coming, and then the first round, you only get 2 minutes, and then they kick most people out. So it's like you try, like me.
It's a competition?
It's a competition. The year I did it, Carmen Lynch won.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And so me and Megan Gailey, we like drove across the country to do this She Devil festival. We were like getting into New York.
Oh, because you're coming from Chicago.
We're coming from Chicago. We're like young girls. And so like we're driving. It's 6:00. We're so stressed. We get to She Devil. We crush this round. I think we were like in the 4-minute round.
Of course.
We crush it. Everyone's all over us, obsessed with us. Second round, they hate us and everyone turns away. Like all the people that were fawning over us can't even look us in the eye anymore.
That is so sick.
And that's what's sick. Like when people are nice to you and then the next day they hate you. And so we just got drunk on Rumplemints and decided to cheer for someone we liked and had a great time. But it was like to see the people just suddenly you're not their little toy.
I'm 9 months into stand-up, maybe less. And I now have figured out maybe 2 minutes that works, maybe 3. I'm at his mic and I do, those 3 minutes that works. I'm very new to comedy. He's so impressed. He's like, who are you? Where did you come from? What's going on? So sweet, so great. I'm like, okay, maybe this comedy thing might work out, And then I come back to the mic the next week. And I guess I didn't know at that point to just keep telling the ones that work, and I'm still just kind of working on new stuff. So when he pulls my name and he goes, this next comedian, he's brand new, he's so funny. Oh my God, you're gonna love him, Jared Goldstein. I walk to the corner of the cafe because it's a cafe mic. I bomb for 5 full minutes. He will not look me in the eye afterwards. I'm like. And I had the wherewithal, the time to know. I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Like, why did you put all that? And why are you now treating me like that? This is like, I knew enough to be like, that's a him thing. But I was like, God damn, I hate that.
Yeah.
Getting iced by someone who was so
at
warm.
An open mic.
Literally.
You're not even supposed to kill it. Obviously, it feels good and you'd like to do good. But the whole thing is to work on stuff.
100%. Yeah.
That's upsetting. But I remember my first big open mic bomb. I remember certain of my that are still friends today.
Yeah.
But I remember one of my friends' faces. Like he was sitting and then during the joke he went. And I'll never forget it.
Wait, was this a friend of yours or another comedian?
Well, this was my third open mic. I was less than a month in, but I had just met these people. So I was so embarrassed and I went and cried in my car. But yeah, this guy's like my friend still. I was at his wedding. Like we're buds, but I just remember I tried to do a joke about window wipers. Ah! And how I felt like a DJ, like moving the window wiper rod.
Oh my God.
Like such a bomb. I mean, it is so delusional. I mean, the people that really follow their dreams, like it's not easy. Sport, anything that's like off the beaten path and not guaranteed it's like so risky, and it is so wild to be like, damn, I was so confident and dumb that I didn't even care. Like nothing would have stopped me.
How did you start?
Nothing would have stopped me. Wait, I'll tell you, but you know what I just saw? Like there's a story someone was telling me how a dad went up to Wayne Gretzky, the hockey player.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. That was homophobic.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I also can't name a second hockey player.
Oh, literally.
No, I can't actually because of the movie Never Been Kissed.
Actually, in
Gordie
Sorry
Howe.
Who, Wayne Gretzky was one of the names.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so I do know that he won 4 Stanley Cups.
Yeah, he's like amazing. So some dad goes up to him and goes, hey, can you give advice to my son so he practices and yada yada and blah, blah, blah. And like, my son needs motivation to do stuff. And he walks away and Wayne Gretzky goes, when I was a kid, you would have to drag me off the ice. You would have to fucking force me not to play. And so when people have like, how do I do this or how do I do comedy? I'm like, you're not gonna.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was a salon receptionist and I got this call that someone had canceled, and it was Megan again. She's like, this person can't come. We can pick you up. And it was a gig 3.5 hours away. We each got to do 15 minutes for $50. And I turned to the other receptionist. I'm like, you got to cover it. I have to go. I have to go to Bloomington. I get to do 15 minutes for $50. And they're like, that doesn't seem like a great deal. I'm like, I gotta go.
You gotta go do it.
And so it's like you just want it so bad and you do it. So it's like the people that are like, but I have a thing, or how do I find this mic, or how do I do this? I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's just not like I feel like there's like that Mariah Carey behind the music kind of lore, which is true of like you have to like eat, sleep, breathe. But I feel like people use that language to like bully people, and I'm like, it because it's true. It's like I wish I want to like flip that and let someone know when we're starting, we're like, or starting in anything. It's like if you aren't fully in it, that's totally fine. That is completely valid. This probably isn't for you. You should try to find something that makes you feel like that.
Or if you're okay just doing comedy in your city and having a fine time. But so if your expectations aren't crazy. But when people ask for advice, I usually go, I'm like, just go to open mics. And when they're nervous, I go, why don't you go to watch and you'll never be nervous again.
Literally.
Like the trash.
You'll be at least the ninth unfunny person there.
Yeah.
Like you're fine.
And then if you have to take a class or you have to do something else, I always want to give advice, but my advice isn't like take a class or anything. I'm like, you got to just do it. There's nothing else but doing it.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to get good at basketball by not playing basketball.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be good at basketball your first year.
Not at all.
You have to practice. That's why I'm into athletes being millionaires, because it's all the unpaid labor.
Oh, right.
We performed for free for over a decade. We still do. So it's like the amount of money you end up making as an actor or a professional athlete or whatever.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
Beyonce was a kid running around the block singing on high heels,
16 carriages.
Yeah.
Driving away. Watch them ride. I don't know the lyrics.
I don't either. I've just been in such a Taylor fog. No, my comedy career started because Superbad came out and I loved it. And I was like, wait, I want to write a Superbad for girls. And so I took a writing and improv class, and then someone.
Hey, you're in college?
Chicago.
You're in high school?
Oh, I'm 21.
Okay, you're 21. You're in college.
And it was around St. Patrick's Day.
And were your funny friend? You were the funny friend? You were making everyone laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah, at the sleepovers.
Of course you are. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone tell you should do stand up?
No, because no one really. I didn't think it was a thing. Like,
yeah, no one ever said it to me ever.
I watched Kings of Comedy and Ellen. I wasn't like, that's a thing I should do. Like, it just didn't occur to me
crazy.
Anyway.
The first time I ever
wanted to be an actor because you can watch TV.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I want to be a movie star. I want to be on TV. Like that, you can see. Like, I don't know why stand up. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
But then someone from high school was like, oh, there's an open mic near our house that our friend goes to. And I was sitting there and I'm like, wait, I want to do this. And I went up, bombed, and then came back and did good and never stopped.
There you go.
And never went back to improv class again.
Yeah.
Like,
I had the diversity scholarship, so they paid for me to take all the levels. I've taken so many improv classes. It never stopped feeling like the first day. I was flop sweating, bombing, like nervous, like, but you're also in a class with like lunatics.
Yeah.
Who shouldn't be there and you shouldn't be there. It's all, there's no way to do it. But
no, but then I met all my people and like it just clicked. It just made sense. I'm like, oh, these people like to talk shit. They're out at night.
Yeah.
There's no, I don't know. It just felt like people were themselves in this way of like, you could be depressed or happy, or like you just see people like someone's, dad died and then that week he's on stage, or like someone getting dumped, and then you're all in this community, like no matter if it's a good day, bad day, terrible, like you're on stage.
Yeah.
And you're getting to know people over years at these mics. And I just, it made sense to me.
Ali Makovsky is the first person I met in comedy.
That's crazy.
At the same cafe that story
Oh my
happened.
God.
Yeah, she had purple hair at the time, and she was like, yeah, I'm going to go to 3 mics tonight. You should come. And I was like, 3? Oh, I don't know about that. And then I like went home because I had to talk to a friend. And then I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, let me try it for real. So let me just do 3 every night, because that's what people are doing. And I kind of just started full speed right from the start.
Yeah, but what's cool about you is you'll still go do a mic. If you don't have a show, you'll before dinner, you're like, I'll hit a mic.
Yeah,
it's
cool. That also is kind of changing because LA is kind of changing. But yeah, I was at a mic last month. I'll go to like 1 a month now.
Yeah,
why not?
A lot of people don't.
My friends are there. I'll go see them, go hang out. What can we do? But now there's, now so much of doing stand-up is like being behind a computer and like clicking and editing and. I mean, people used to be like, let's not talk about comedy. It's boring. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Comedy's so fun. But now I'm like, now like doing comedy is like using Premiere. I'm like, but I talk to my friends. I'm talking to my friends. I'm like, we're like, it's fun, but I'm like, it is now actually boring. Like,
I know, but
click, swipe, click.
I know. I wonder if that'll be a bust, but we are just on the internet now.
I know.
But there's nothing like seeing comedy live. No, but I'm with you when people are like, when an Uber driver asks me what I'm doing, I'll say a lie so they leave me alone. And I'm like, I don't know. It's like the thing that runs my life. I don't know why I wouldn't mention it.
Like, if I'm not going to talk about this, I have nothing to talk about. Unfortunately, I don't.
Sadly, I only talk about 5 things over and over.
Yes.
So I don't know what to tell you.
Can I guess what they are?
Yeah.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. Like fashion. Oh, so Soul Cycle. Soul Cycle. Fashion and
Bravo.
And Bravo. There you go. And SVU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's TV, movie. Yeah. It's like sometimes I'm like, so boring. I can't. I'm talking about the same
least
thing.
boring
But
person
people that
in
are
America.
like ashamed of their comedy, I'm like, I'm also trying to sell some tickets if you want to bring a friend.
yeah.
If the Uber driver wants to come, like that's totally okay.
The more the merrier.
What made you start after moving to LA and being like an actor and stuff?
I was tired of going to Santa Monica for Bud Light Lime commercial auditions. Because the thing is, they call them all backs, where they call back everyone basically. So every audition you'd get an all back, and you'd have to just drive back to Santa Monica and back again and not get it. But every audition meant 2 trips to Santa Monica, and you walk into the room and you say 2 things and they're like, okay, thank you, bye. And you're like, I just sat in an hour and 15 minutes of traffic and I have to drive back, and you're actually gonna have me come back again, and you don't care, you don't like me, but I will have to drive back here. It was horrible.
I can't wait to tell you the story. So when I was in Chicago, Chicago is a big city, but at the time, and this was like in the early 2010s, I would say, but there's not industry in Chicago. We had a JFL for a little, but it's not the same as New York, LA, where it's like, we got to get JFL on Tonight Show. It's like, we were just there.
Yeah.
And some guy wanted to manage me. This guy with blonde frosted tips, right?
Ooh!
So I go, okay, sure. So he managed me. I get to do comic swatch. Like, it's fine. He's not a real manager. So, but he's my manager. And then he's like, hey, I got you an audition for, it's like an ABC sitcom or something. I don't remember. And he goes, can you get to LA? And I asked my parents, I go, I have this audition. It's for, I don't know how auditions work. I'm like, they want me. I'm like, can you please pay for me to go? I have to go to California. I take a flight with a layover. I take 2 flights, go. I get to the lot, and it's just an audition. Knowing now, I would have sent a tape or like I wasn't even experienced. Like I wasn't good. And so my parents got me a flight, and I flew with a layover to LA. My friend picked me up, took me to the lot. I ran into Little Esther there, and then a girl from Degrassi was in the room. I went in. Like you said, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I walked out, and I flew back that night.
And that was it.
And I was like, and now years later, I'm like, I can't believe he made me. Like, fly to LA for this pilot during like, what are you doing, bro? But yeah.
Although I woke up to an email this morning from like Kat Cohen's team being like, do you want to do a bit part in a music video on Sunday? And I was like, I like almost like made it happen.
Oh, that's fun though.
I know. But that would have been like
work.
Expensive, and like I would have to cancel so many things and like change flights because I have to go to like it would have been a whole thing. Yeah. But I still get that feeling of like I'd be like, I'll do it.
I did it this week.
Yeah.
My Airbnb this week is $1,900, so I could have gone to a premiere.
Oh my God.
And then I got asked to leave multiple times.
You did. You really did.
I know. My mom today goes, Mila Kunis, she's from Ukraine. I go, yeah, no, I was really planning on going up to her and being like, oh my God, we're from the same place. Like, well, and like talk to her in Russian. And I just started feeling like I'm like, But I did spend $2,000.
Yeah, to choke in front of Mila Kunis.
But we did meet Henry Winkler.
Yes. Henry Winkler shook my hand.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I have that to say, but it was so funny. So Michael Keaton's in this movie. So the director's like before the movie, like, and Michael Keaton gets up and goes, and do you guys know this man from Night? And then brings up Henry Winkler. Jared's the only man who jumps out of his seat, standing ovation.
I thought we were going to do that.
Of course. Yeah. I would have as well. But Jared, you have something special because now Jane Fonda and Henry Winkler have approached you to introduce themselves.
Really weird. I don't know why.
The celebs love you.
They do.
It's really crazy.
And yet I'm here.
Well, I mean, there's 3 cameras here.
Yeah.
There's a whole set.
Yeah, this is a great place to be.
Yeah,
that was fun. That was fun. Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes because I go, is it because I have like long hair? Do they think I'm like Olivia Munn or something? I'm like, what?
Have you met Olivia Munn?
No.
You guys should play siblings. It is kind of crazy. Do you look like similar in person?
I mean, enough. Like, if we introduced ourselves to someone as a sibling, then no one would be like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You know? Although Zach Oyama and I look a lot alike. He's an improviser and like an actor, and he does like a lot of dropout stuff. Mm-hmm. And when I first started, like people were constantly telling me like Zach Oyama, like online and stuff. And then the first time I saw him was at like Birds after like a UCB show, and I was like, oh, why don't I go over to him and just tell him like, hey, like I look like you, and everyone tells me all the time online. And as soon as I get within like maybe 10 feet of him, all of his friends just start going. Like they couldn't believe. And then I didn't even have to say it. Like as I'm walking, I'm just going like, and he was like, we do look a lot alike. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm a comedian. And people no.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The only person I've gotten is Tori Amos. People sometimes say, and I don't see it. And then the actress from Spanglish, Sarah.
Oh my God, Sarah Steele
from like The Good Wife and Girls. Yeah. And someone said that to me, and I go, I like that. I'm like, I'll take that. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like great old friends with Addison.
Oh, okay. I'm a huge fan of the movie Spanglish in a way
she
that
plays Adam Sandler's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the nanny.
You
like
do look
Taylor.
like Sarah Steele.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Cutie.
I should have more confidence then. She books.
You know, she's books.
She books.
Like
she's
capital
good.
B. Some of these.
I love how industry our episode is today.
Yeah.
Business, baby. But I hate, I grew up loving this, so like I just don't have any kind of pretense or jadedness to be cool or above it. Like,
yeah,
I like Hollywood, I like show business. I want to go to the Vanity Fair Oscar party. Like, I'm gonna pretend I don't.
Yeah,
I want to be there. I want to go on that little circle and pose. Like, and sometimes it's like, especially with comedy, because we're supposed to be cooler and underground. It's like embarrassing to admit that you want show business in your life.
No, I think it's so normal, and that's actually something that I liked about. Like I saw Moshe Kasher like early on at a show being like both like gloating about his success and fame, and it was just so funny and honest to see that, because like before that I was acting and trying to be an actor and like being around other actors where it's like extreme modesty to this like crazy extent of like oh, it's not for the fame, it's for the craft, and like God forbid you ever admit that you ever wanted. Everyone's like, it's like that thing, and where I'm just like, well, this feels false in its own way, and it's like it's so. Ugh, I'm like, I don't think I like that. And then
because if you don't want fame, you could do theater, honey. There's reason.
Yeah.
You can be crisscrossing the country doing Oklahoma.
Also, but the thing about it, where it's like, there's so many positive things that come along with succeeding in this industry, and you're ignoring that by choosing this cool personality that you think is cool, but you're actually being kind of a dummy, and
there's few things I hate more than fake humble.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I just met someone that was like, and I'm like, you're a douche, and I could tell. Like, this is all fake. Yeah. I'd rather you at least be the dick that you are than pretend you're humbled by this.
Not at all. Not at all.
No, I think it would only make me a bigger monster. I think I don't get winning an award and going, this has humbled me. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that language.
Oh, I feel like it would. For me,
someone approached me and it was just so humbling.
Me an award, I'd be so embarrassed and like grateful, and like I think I would be like, I think it would quiet me down, because it's like people are loud when they don't have what they want, and then you get what they want, they kind of quiet down. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think I'd be like. I got my Variety like top 10 a few years ago, or like 10 to watch, and I was walking around. I was loving it.
Are you seeing
this? It's the center of my bedroom. Like, I love my one little award.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
But I don't know. Well, coming from the humiliation of playing football on an all boys team and then at the banquet winning most inspirational, nothing's worse than that.
Well, I mean, you are an inspiration if you're playing. You're in a boys' world.
Yeah, but that means you're not good.
Yeah.
Maybe most surprising would be fun. Like, she did it.
Yeah.
Most inspirational is like, she's missing an arm, but we let her in.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of.
Yeah. Can we help one single person?
Yeah, I would love to.
Let's take a voicemail.
I love giving advice I don't follow. I'm so wise beyond my years.
Please, let's do it. Roll it.
Hi, my niece is 4 years old, and she's in the why phase, where truly anything we do, she asks why every 5 seconds. I tried showing her a movie. She asked why after every single line. I could barely get through it. What's the best way to handle this?
Damn.
That's just tell her.
Have you deal? It's annoying.
Or go, I'm not in the mood. Watch Bluey. The Bluey parents, if they're busy, they go, I'm busy. You can say, girl, I'm sick of this. Nothing, because people are always shocked how much children do. They like me. Like, most of my friends' kids really adore me. And they always say it's because I'm not trying and I treat them like a person.
Yeah.
And that's like the big thing. If you don't want to do this, be like, you're annoying me. I don't want to play this. I'd rather do this. Or, I don't know, girl, I'm a fool like you. Like, just talk.
Find a way out.
Like, we forget that they're humans.
Yeah.
And you can just talk to her like a person.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to do it, just tell her.
It is also kind of shocking when a kid asks you why, like how quickly you realize you don't know why.
Oh, or you go, I don't know. Let's find out. If you want to do that. I mean,
that seems like a nightmare.
That's like the parent thing to do. Of like, let's find out, or let's Google it, or let's put on a Bill Nye episode. Like, I mean, she's 4. I don't think she wants Bill Nye in her life, but
yeah.
Have I told you this, that in 6th grade I asked to teach science for a week, and the teacher said yes, and I taught science for 1 full week of 6th grade.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How did it go?
They all hated me because I took it so seriously, and I made quizzes and worksheets, and I was so pumped, and experiments. But then we watched Bill Nye one day, and I don't know, I think everyone thought it was weird, but
That's amazing.
I just did it.
Did you grade the quizzes?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved doing all of it.
Wow.
Yeah. The only embarrassing thing that did happen was I brought like all my graded papers back to the teacher, and in a manila folder, and I opened the folder and a cockroach fell out, walked out, and he goes, that came from your folder. And it's like, yeah, I'm humiliated. There's a cockroach in my folder.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
So that was like the downfall, I guess.
Yeah, the cockroach moment.
But
actually, one time in high school for like a report, I had my first experience of like making people like laugh. And then immediately after that, had my first experience of bombing. Because we did this thing where it was like a book report, and then we interview each other on the book report. And I was interviewing like the star student who was like the valedictorian and like annoying for that reason. And I was doing it in kind of like a roasty way, and people were really laughing. And I was like, oh, that was so fun. And then they were like, okay, next one up. And then like, who wants to do it? And then they were all like, Jared should do it. And then I was like, okay. And then the next person was not the valedictorian, so there wasn't like a natural tension in the room about it, and I just did it normal, and I could feel everyone being like disappointed that I wasn't doing it funny, and I was like, oh wait, I hate this feeling. I don't want everyone to think I'm funny, because then look how this feels now.
So then did you become a little serious boy with a briefcase?
I mean, it was just like a brief moment in my youth, because I didn't think about doing comedy as a kid, but it was like an early moment of like making a room full of people laugh, and then having it turn to bombing almost immediately, and like learning both like within the same 30 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah, it was just interesting.
And you understood what was happening.
Oh, completely. I think one kid even yelled out like, no, do it funny, or do it like you did it the last time.
Yeah, sometimes people will book me for a theme show or something or like whatever, and then I'm too sincere, and then I remember that I should be funny.
You're there to be funny.
But I forget sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I did Why Are You Single, which was like a fun live show. But in the end, you have to like plead with the people, and I was like so serious, and Marie was like, "Why did you do that?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm like looking for love. But I forget sometimes because I'm a person. I also don't like when someone's on.
Yeah.
Or like trying too hard. So if I just like to be like in the moment.
No, totally.
Sincere, and sometimes it's not. But also those fucking little kids didn't understand that person had less to offer in terms of jokes.
Oh yeah, completely.
It was just like a random kid without a flaw.
You're not gonna. This person is not annoying. There's no pleasure in sort of needling. I'm like, I don't have this.
Yeah.
But answer the why questions for as long as you can, and then find a way out that is humorous. Because sometimes with my niece, like sometimes when I am like we FaceTime a lot, and like sometimes I'm like really locked in with her, but then other times I'm like I'm getting a package or I have something I need to be doing, and it's not, and like she's getting bothered by me not paying attention. But then the other day, like I came back into the room and was like, okay. She wanted to like show me the dance she was doing, and I was walking. I was very clear. I was like, okay, we can stay on the phone. She doesn't want to hang up. It's very cute. Whenever I'm like, I gotta go. She's like, no. I was like, fine, okay, I won't hang up, but I can't talk to you. Is that okay? And she was like, okay, fine. And I was like, and you can't talk to me. And she was like, okay, fine. So I left the computer there, and I walk away. I start doing my errands, and I'm walking by, and then immediately she starts talking to me and trying to talk to me. She wants me to see her dancing. But I can't. And then eventually I come back and I'm like, okay, I'm here. I can watch you do the dance. And then she was like, what if we like do it like before, like how I'm trying to get your attention, but you're not giving it to me and you keep walking by, and I'll try. Can we do that again? Like that became a game to her. Like just that moment. So it's like anything can be a game with kids. Even you not playing a game with the kid can be the game for the kid.
When I would babysat all the time, I would lay down and pretend to sleep, and then they would throw stuffed animals at me. I'd get all the stuffed animals, and I'm like, but I would really just be tired and hungover. Yeah. And they would just throw stuffed animals at me, and I'm like, I could live with this.
It's amazing.
I mean, how lucky your niece, Uncle Jared.
I love it. I love
so
her.
Cute.
It's great. I also used to host kids' birthday parties, and I've always really liked kids.
Yeah, I texted my niece and nephews. I have not gotten a response.
Damn.
Because they're going to my parents' house tomorrow, and I go, I wish I could be there tomorrow with all of you. Nothing.
You have an amazing joke about your niece and nephew.
I have a lot. They just know. That's when celebrities are like, the kids keep you humble. It is true. Like,
yeah.
The kids they really see you at your worst, and they do not respect you. Because their parents are more mature than you, like yes. We're the losers of our family. Not the losers,
No, but like you just, you don't have
messes.
you don't own land, you don't have children, you don't have like a ring, like all
when
that
I first
stuff.
got to LA, my friends were driving me somewhere, and their daughter went, "You don't have your own car?" And I was like, "I don't." And she goes, "Why?" And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, babe. I can't have one right now.
yeah. Also, like, this is tough for me. I just have to deal with this myself. But like, because like we're all in different cities, like for me, it's early when we FaceTime. It's morning. Like if it's up to them, they're FaceTiming me at 7 a.m. And for them, it's like night. For my parents, it's like afternoon. For me, it's 7 a.m. or whatever, or like early. So whenever I talk to them, not only am I like, I don't own land, I don't know, I got my car on Craigslist, I go, I'm also like waking up, and they're all awake, and I'm like, and I like have, and it's, you know, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And then I'm looking at myself on FaceTime every morning, first thing in the morning. It's a bad way to start the day. You don't want to do that. Like, could you imagine every single morning you wake up and you look at yourself on FaceTime? I'm like, this is very dysmorphic. I need to stop. But then you want to have time with your niece. So you're kind of just dealing with it. And you're like, oh, that's what I look. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder, because the kids were born while I was in high school and college, which is such a like selfish time, I feel.
Yeah.
And I wonder if I had little babies around me now versus, 20-year-olds and teens.
Yeah.
But I want to hold them again, little. Like, I don't know how parents even do it. I'll like look at a photo of my niece sitting on me and this little baby, and now she's
a person.
She, like, has like a 4.4 GPA. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
How that happens.
A GPA out of 5?
No, it's out of 4.
She's a 4.4?
Oh, even higher. I mean, she was AP classes. She has majors, minors. She has a job. Like, I mean, she's incredible.
In AP Chem, I got a 1 on the test.
Oh, no. I begged to be an AP English. I said, I need to be an AP English. They said, you really shouldn't. And I go, I am smart, and I'm going to be an AP English. And then I got a C and a D.
Wow.
And I was lost constantly, didn't know what was going on. Like, everyone was so up here. Like, I just
also, AP English is tough.
Yeah, I just wanted the coolest teacher. Like, Miss Goethals was known as like the best teacher, and I was like, I want to experience the best teacher. Now that I'm looking back, I can see that. But I mean, maybe she has like a soft librarian type of man, but she was severe. Yeah, like a short haircut.
Yeah, AP English. Our AP English teacher was a lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like she was married to a man, but I guess
our course teacher was a gay guy.
Our theater teacher was gay, but
our
I guess
gym
that's
teacher
not
was
too
a straight
creative.
guy.
You only had one of each?
Kind of. We had like 2, but like kind of just one.
We
like,
probably
there
had.
was always like one at the top, you know?
We had like 7 gym teachers minimum in high school that I'm thinking about right now.
My gym teacher never called me but he wanted to.
Really?
I could feel it.
What? You were just
He
so
was
bad?
simply a professional through and through.
Okay.
But just, I could just feel, like sometimes you just know. When someone calls you with their eyes, I'm like, okay. I'm like, and you're right.
How often does that happen?
Probably like twice.
In your life?
Well, I was being, it's okay. You know what I mean?
Like, were you running like?
Yeah. Yeah, you were there. No, I was just like not doing the sport.
That's another thing. I would try. I'm not good at sport, like athletics, but I tried so hard.
Yeah.
I wanted to get under 8 minutes on the mile.
It's amazing. You have so much like desire and passion in you. Always.
It's always just
ever since you were young.
And no, I got made fun of because I was trying so hard to run the mile at under 8 minutes, and the cool girl every time they were walking didn't give a shit.
Under 8 minutes is hard.
No, my best I ever got was 8 something. But
that's
like
a lot.
I did try so hard and just could not.
My first mile was 11 minutes and 24 seconds.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just walked.
I don't remember that though. I don't remember my first mile.
That was mine. And then they were like, you got to do it again. And I was like, okay, fine.
You know what? Bad.
And then I got like 9 minutes, I think.
But I don't think 11 is bad for a young child.
People were like doing 6. The number was 6.
Was everyone like skinny little legged boys?
Kind of. Literally.
Yeah.
There were so many skinny little leg boys.
If you have skinny little legs, you are
flying.
Zooming.
Yeah. People were doing 6 minutes, 7 minute. So for me to have 11:24, and for me to I still remember it.
I had a bad habit, and I think it was junior high, but I was depantsing people. And it didn't go well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also in swimming, I would push people into the pool, and I'm obviously so against that now. Like, you can like ruin someone's wedding and paralyze them for life. But
oh my God, could you imagine?
Yeah, that's why I don't do it, and I'm against it. And it's like this. But one time we were like practicing our dives, but I did it, and everyone saw me do it. And then I said I didn't do it. Like, it was crazy because everyone saw it. But yeah, I like little hijinks. But yeah, I've always tried at a lot of things and flopped.
You're a flop.
I'm a flop. My our friend Mateo has told me, he's like, you're one of the funniest people I know and the least talented.
That is simply not true. That is simply
well,
not true.
He's like drawing and singing and
that's
cooking.
True. Yeah,
he has like a lot of skills.
He's so talented. It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's like nothing he can't do.
He was so mad at me this week. I texted him going, are you famous enough for us to meet Mo Dang? Mudang.
Oh.
And he goes, who's Mudang? And I go, the little hippo in Thailand. And he goes, I'm going to throw my phone out the window. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I just want to meet him. And he got us the VIP tour of the San Diego Zoo. Like, I don't know how famous he is in Thailand.
But Mudang is in Thailand, you know?
Because right now, if you can fly there and wait in a line, but you only get 5 minutes to look at her before and then you can get into the back of the line, but you only get it's 5 minutes. But I feel if you go with someone famous,
how much money is Mudang making?
I hope a lot. I mean, I hope the zoo's making a ton of money. There are famous hippos. They're like older now, but Baby Fiona and Fritz in the Cincinnati Zoo. I've bought Baby Fiona merch before. Like she was like a very popular hippo that I got behind.
And I need to thank you for putting me onto Chimp Crazy.
Well, Chimp, that's one of my favorite stories. Okay.
She just kept spoiling it.
But it's just
that's the story.
But I think it's funnier because
it was amazing how you found new ways to spoil more, and I was like, oh my god.
But there's also like weeks in advance. So basically, Jared is nice enough that I got to stay in his house last time I'm in LA. But the first night we had a slumber party and I was on the couch. We're watching the show. He's going to bed. He comes down the next morning and goes, I watched 2 more episodes. And I go, oh my God, can you believe he's in the basement? And he goes, I didn't get to that part yet. And I'm like, oh my God.
And that was a huge spoiler.
Yeah.
Huge.
So then you leave for days, like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
You come back, you go, I have like 40 minutes left. I've watched everything. Let's finish it together. I go, oh my God, can you believe she got another one? And you go, kidding me? And then I press play. And the first line was, and she got another one.
Yeah. Like it was like mere moment. Not even moment before I was going to receive that crazy piece of shocking entertainment.
And then it got worse because then you asked like an open-ended question and then you went, don't say anything.
Yeah.
But that really that tickled me. It still does.
It was amazing. It was truly like I pushed a button to learn that information. It was so ridiculous.
But you were just off on your timings.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, we have 40 minutes left, but it was more. I also wanted to that PETA lawyer that everyone told me was gay. I didn't even know.
Was his name Jared?
I think so. I have such a crush on him. I feel in person he would annoy me, but like I don't know why I was like so.
He was
into
such
him.
a perfect foil for her.
Yeah, because he just doesn't. Like,
he's just the literal opposite, like a literal opposite person.
Yeah,
like just opposite.
And I bet he's vegan.
And also, there's like a world where like they would also be friends. Do you know what I mean? Like gay guy, eccentric woman. Like there's a world where they actually could fall in love. Like there's so much perfect. You know, that kind of like manufactured like tension of like a rom-com, but they had it for real.
She's dumb.
But also he's a gay guy. We love those ladies, you know?
Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge type character, you know?
Yeah.
You think he doesn't watch White Lotus?
He did.
These gays are trying to kill me.
They're in Thailand.
She's going, this gay is trying to kill me. She's literally, these gays are trying to kill me.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, you know who ended up trying to kill her? The chimps.
Oh my God, crazy.
But then at the end, you wanted one.
No, I don't want one, but I fully get it. I go like,
for me, it's the smell. And you said you didn't think about it. But for me, the chimp crazy of it all, because the Lincoln Park Zoo I'd go to all the time in Chicago. I don't think it's unique, but the ape houses smell like.
Yeah, yeah. No, I when they were sweeping, I go, that must smell awful. But I just get it. Like I get like if a chimp, especially
I would want a capuchin.
You would? No, I'd want a chimp.
I would want a capuchin.
No, I'd want a chimp. If a little chimp
or
came up to me in a t-shirt and I pet its back, and you can feel the t-shirt moving over the back of a baby.
Yeah.
And it's very tender. You go, this is so cute. And if it's a chimp, I fully would fall. If a chimp sat on my lap, put its arm around me, I'm like, I'd break the law for you, chimp. I get it. I do get it. I would never be in that position, obviously, but I understand how these, and then everyone goes, okay, well, now the chimp's 7, you have to get rid of it. I go, you just spent 7 years with that chimp. You're going to get rid of it? You're not going to get rid of it. Like, I fully get how those women got in that position, but I'm like, obviously this shouldn't be happening. Shut this all down.
It's honestly,
but I get it.
I was about to say it's good they don't even have kids. They should just be with the chimps, but they do have children, and they publicly said that they love the chimps more than their children.
Yeah. Because I think there's something about a chimp specifically. It is exactly between a dog and a person.
Yeah.
It's like, it's hitting something. It's like you get everything. It's like
but
it's
it's
a
also
win-win.
Control.
Yeah.
It's control.
Oh, obviously it's a freak show nightmare, and I
And
do
you
think that
know,
one lady
but her
was having
love-
sex with a chimp. I think
She's
she was
fucking
having
the
sex with a
chimp,
chimp.
but also the main woman. Like, you can't give McNuggets to a chimp.
I know.
Like, their system's
But that
not
was
meant
not
for a
endearing.
McChicken.
It reminded me of like a grandma.
Oh my God,
You know, grandmas give the kids whatever.
But you're not even.
want.
I don't think you like McDonald's. They just started advertising. They're doing a chicken Big Mac. So instead
Chicken
of
Big Mac.
like instead of beef, it's chicken.
Like fried chicken.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I want to try.
They've
it.
never done that.
I don't think so because I'm pretty into
I'm
McDonald's.
hungry.
I know.
Oh, okay. Let's do 2 more voicemails and then leave because
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you think you're in the mood for?
I don't know. A McChicken Mac.
No, I want a menu.
Yeah. No, let's get something. Hey there, all you rednecks. We're still working on that. We're workshopping that. Thank you for enjoying the show. If you are enjoying it, please support the show. There's 2 ways you can do that. You can call in and leave a voicemail. The number is 516-900-4619. That's 516-900-4619. Tell us your problem. Be descriptive, and literal celebrities of the stage and screen will help fix your problems. Another way you can support the show is by joining the Patreon. It's $5 a month, $10 if you're feeling freaky. It helps us create the show. We're doing this ourselves, and we want to make more of it. So please, you'll get bonus content, bonus episodes, more advice, you might get feet pics, honestly. We're going to see how this goes. So please join the Patreon. Please call in. I love you.
Hey, this is Gabby. Big fan of Jared and a stand-up.
Oh.
So I have a friend who just finished grad school, and she was like, hey, can I come to LA and stay with you? And I was like, yeah, of course, it'll be fun. Initially, it was supposed to be like 6 days. And I'm like working a full-time job. I have a boyfriend who comes over quite a bit. And I was like, yeah, 6 days is good. It's now been like 11 days. And she's like, you know, she like eats the snacks in the fridge. She's like really made herself at home. She's like, I'm like helping her. I'm like doing her laundry basically. It's been this whole thing. I feel like it's starting to like really grate on our friendship. She now wants to like extend her stay for like another 12 days. And like, obviously, like I'm not like charging her, but I'm just like, this is starting to be just like too much. Should I like kindly tell her, ask her if she can find somewhere else to stay, or should I just like kind of bite the bullet and like let it happen?
Wait, this is just a friend?
Yeah.
I don't think that you're going to be friends for much longer.
I think you just need to let it happen and then just know in the future not to do this again. That's how I would handle it ultimately, which is probably not the most mature thing to do.
12 is too many, girl.
It's
like,
a lot of days.
I'm trying to fuck my boyfriend in the living room.
Yeah.
No,
It's just so easy to ignore problems though, huh?
But I have a best friend that I would go in between places I stayed for months, like in the side room, or like, but it's always talked about ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
yeah.
I'm going for Christmas. I'll be there 2 weeks. I would
Yeah.
I don't. But if it's a best friend like that, you'd be able to say, girl, you gotta go. It's too much.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't seem like a real friendship. It seems like someone that's always pushes the limit, that's inconsiderate. Like, if I'm eating my friend's snacks, I'm paying for the takeout we get.
Yeah.
I'm trying to order pizza for us. Like, I'll bring back some snacks. Like, this is a user.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, because real friendship, you should be able to say, like, you gotta go. This is
Especially
too much.
like, yeah, at the point where she's like getting into the fridge and she's on day 11, it's like, oh, okay.
But yeah, it's thoughtfulness. It's like she doesn't get at all that this is a lot. Like, I just am confused.
I feel like her friend's like, I just finished grad school. Woo! And it's like, come on, though.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah, this is like tough, but this person doesn't respect her. Like this is a user to me.
Yeah. Get him out. Get him out
Or
right
are
now.
they grateful? Oh, but I would also, like, if I'm trying to think. Yeah, because if she's also not contributing, because it's fine to eat stuff. You should feel comfortable in your friend's home as a house guest, but then you have to like replenish, or I don't know. I think this person's not forever friend.
I'm happy to say I have never experienced this. And I don't think that I've ever put someone in this position either.
No, I definitely have to my best friend, but
Yeah.
it's like, it's different.
My parents were like so intense growing up, and they wanted they were just, that was like they were like, They were just like my mom was like, when I was a kid, like my mom's best friend, who we're still friends with, a whole life kind of a friend, knew me since before, she had me for the day. My mom was busy. She was like, can you take him? At the end of the day, I came home and I told my mom that she bought me a soda. My mom lost her mind. She was like, you can't take anything from anyone. Don't accept anything from anyone. No accepting anything from anyone. To the point where like it became a joke, and like we talk about it to this day, where like, she'll see me and she'll go, do you remember your mom didn't even want me to get you a soda? She was mad I got you a soda. A soda. What's wrong with your mother? She wouldn't let you get a soda. But like that's where we came from. This thing of like, you must like take care of yourself, and you ask for it. And now I'm so not that way. Like when people are like, no, I'm like, if anyone wants to give me anything, I'm open. I'll take it. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. I am so happy to receive. But I had to like undo.
It would be psychotic if your mom's best friend didn't get you a soda.
Literally, like, a soda.
There's not a day where I don't go see my friend's kids. I'm like, what can't I gotta buy them?
Yeah.
I want to be there. Like, that's so funny.
I know, right? So intense.
But I wonder if that comes from her child, like what happened to her.
I'm sure. But like just coming from that, like kind of like upbringing, I'm like,
my mom's like, no, but not with stuff. But she's like, I'll be at my sister's and she'll be like, I mean, do we have to? I don't want to go empty-handed. I'm like, she popped out of your pussy, and I think you can go empty-handed to your daughter's house.
Oh,
like she's always like, come on, let's leave. We don't want to stay too long. I go, this is my sister, and I'll do whatever I want. Like I don't know. I don't know why she always is like, should I be here? I'm like, what?
I will fully constantly show up empty-handed. I do it all the time.
It's a thing for me, and I really try not to.
I feel like people don't care.
No,
Do people care?
I'm humiliated. Like if I show up to I always go, I'm sorry, I'm empty. Like I think about it. I'm like upset.
I'm kind of brazen about it. I'm just like, I'm here.
But real friend, like I said, like a true friend. No,
You know where it started?
It's better. I wish I was, and I always buy too much. That's like my big thing too.
That's nice.
Like I'll bring I'm like, why did I need to bring 45 cookies?
Yeah.
A dozen would have been fine. But it must be something like I don't think I'm enough or whatever. But I'm bringing stuff to the house.
It started where like I was like orthorexic and like not eating anything, so I would go to a party and it'd be like, I'm simply not going to eat or drink anything you have. So I felt completely like scot-free to show up with nothing because I'm taking nothing. But now I've since moved on from that, and I'm like, but I have not started bringing anything. Like I show up to the party and I'm still not bringing anything, but then I'm eating everything they have. I'm like clearing their table out, and I didn't bring anything.
I have a friend who for years, I would say 15 years, never gave anyone a wedding gift ever.
Yeah.
And then she had her wedding and was like, oh, I'm a bitch. I would be pissed if someone didn't get me a gift. And she had just been not getting, and she was a sorority girl. So, like 8 weddings a year.
But you know what's cool about like, it's so easy to get the gift now because it's like 2 clicks.
Yeah.
You just click. I'm like, that's amazing. Because that's the only thing that would ever like slow me down from like getting a gift. But now with a click, you're done. You got the gift. You're done.
But to me, it's like a pride thing. I want to get the basket. Like I want someone to really love the thing, or get a snack that's really like I like. It's like the way I show that I'm like thinking. About
you want to like show it and feel it and have the moment and
bring a thing. Or I just will try to get takeout. Like I'll just because I don't like to do stuff. So I just went to a Palm Springs weekends with a bunch of friends.
Yeah,
a lot of them do dishes. They're cleaning. They're putting stuff away, or they're cooking. I'm not doing that. I'll order the pizza. And I'll do the snack run. Like, I'm not contributing over here.
Sure.
And no one expects that of me.
I'm a dishwasher. I love to do it.
And that's amazing. Oh, because I remember, my friend Kenny did die, but one of a fun memory I have is he's like, we should go camping. And I was like, okay, I'm not putting the tent together. And he goes, no one expected you to put the tent together. Not... Like, no, yeah, we understand.
It's so funny that you do get worked up about like logistic stuff because you're such a like I see you as like a level present person, but then as soon as logistics come into the scenario, you really a whole other part of you comes over.
No, before events, I'm bad. Concerts, theater, Broadway, I am not really pleasant to be around. Because if I miss who's singing the national anthem, I'm pissed. Like I want to be there before the inning starts. Like. But I'm trying to get better because I want to be more chill. Like it doesn't matter. Like,
but you are chill. Like,
but I wasn't
like
late.
Deeply chill.
But I was so early and I stood alone waiting for you. You know what I mean? It's not like I got to the event and was like, oh, I'm glad I got here. I'm like, I guess I'll stand in the corner. You know, like it wasn't like there was no.
Also, don't you feel like everything starts late? Everything starts late.
Of course.
Everything's late.
But for Broad, like, and it's the peeing that I have. So it's like, I got to get to the Broadway show, get in line immediately so I can pee before the curtain.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm thinking about all of that. And what if there's traffic? What if there's a line at valet and then we don't get in? Like that. But you're right. Logistics for some reason make me crazy.
Yeah.
To events. Like, I'll be late for lunch. But if there's a screening, I mean, no, that's not true. Even the movies. I remember one time we went to the movies. Oh, right. I text and going,
but I'm the weird.
I'm here. Where are you? And you're like, I'm leaving my house. I'm not watching 30 minutes of previews.
Yeah. Every movie is 25 full minutes of previews. And
no, I think about you. Like I went to the movie and I go, Lisa, you're fine.
This is my time and my money. I do what I want.
And then it's starting. I'm like, no, you have time. You have time. Like I have to kind of, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Also, movies, not for nothing, they're 2.5 hours. If I miss 10 minutes, that's fine.
Nothing would make me more upset.
Just tell me. Hey, what just happened? Oh, so he has cancer and his wife that's his wife. Cool. Okay. 2 more hours. I'm like, it's fine. I'm like, I'm totally okay missing any of it. But also in general, the 25 minutes trailers, I'm like, if I see none of that, I plan to get there at like, if it's a 2:00 movie, I'm walking in at 2:24, and that's what I do. And I sit down, and then Nicole Kidman comes right on, and we go, here we go. I go, I don't need that.
I know. But I like won tickets to a concert in June, and I was much more like, I don't even really care about this band.
You won tickets to a concert in June?
Yeah.
What? How?
Oh, Soul Cycle. They had an Odessa themed class, and 10 people won a pair of tickets. And I happen.
Wait, is Odessa an artist?
Yeah, it's like electronic-y, like DJ but spiritual, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Like
I thought it was like that deli you were talking about earlier.
Well,
Odessa?
Well, so their family is from Odessa.
Oh, teach me German. I mean Russian.
You mean our number one
teach
enemies?
How do you say sorry what in Russian?
Извините, что?
Okay, I really pride myself on being good at like taking in new language information. Russian is hard.
It's really hard. I mean, I'm like conversationally fluent, and I took it freshman year of college, and I got a B. Like, it is hard.
Wait, say sorry what in Russian again.
So sorry is извините.
Извините.
Yeah, and then
Wait, say it again.
Извините.
The Y's are kind of that's kind of like
I'm Елизавета. It's like
Извинета. Am I saying that right?
Елизавета.
Scary. What just happened? Извинета.
Извините.
Tia.
That's like the weird thing.
Извините.
Yeah.
Okay. Извините.
Что?
Что?
Is what?
Oh. Okay. So извините. Что?
Yeah.
All right. That's there you have.
But why did you want that saying?
That's the name of this podcast. Thank you so much. Have a good night. We're done here.
we have to give more advice.
Yeah, we do.
Is there one more? How do I support my friends' projects?
yeah. Okay, let's
wait. Did we help? I'm really sorry.
We also play a game. Do you want to play the game? Sorry, who?
Oh, I would love to, but I do want to. I think this woman needs to think about her friendship, like why she's so scared to talk to her friend that's so comfortable staying for a month, but you're not comfortable enough to have this conversation.
Yeah.
So that's confusing to me.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll hurt her feelings like, oh, I thought you were obsessed with me. But like, it's also okay to need alone time and be like, can you get a hotel for 3 days?
Yeah. I feel like so much of like conflict resolution is about pretending it's casual even if it's not, because it can be casual. There's always a version of it not being a conflict, of it being really casual. And I know for me, like I used to really,
I struggled.
I still do.
I was defensive.
I'm so afraid of conflict. I get defensive. I get like I'm afraid that I'm bumming everyone out. I get really like, if you just fake it till you make it and pretend it's a casual interaction, it just becomes one, or at least becomes close enough to one that you can handle something.
Yeah, or if she's like, I'm thinking of doing 12 more days, you can be like, I don't think I can handle it. I don't think that's a good idea, babe.
Yeah. Oh, also another way to do it, in text, if you have to. It's a little bit easier.
Well, she's in the house.
But I'm just saying, at some point, you're going to go off to work.
Yeah.
Do it in a text. It's a little bit easier. It gives you both.
But that takes away the casualness because then it's like you were too scared to bring this up. Like there's more to it.
It's possible, but it also does just give you. It also allows. It's a little bit of a moment of cowardice, but it also allows them privacy to handle it in private.
I know, but deep down, I'm like, I want her to analyze this friendship.
Yeah.
Like, are you being pushed your boundaries often? Like, are your needs ever met? Like, I just am curious at the deeper in this, the dynamic.
Yeah.
And like, is this your friend from childhood that's always been like, and you're just putting up with it? And like, I am curious at the thing.
Call back in. Let us know how it
But
goes.
yeah, I am curious. But if it is a true lifelong, this is my best friend, hopefully for decades, like, you gotta be able to be like, I need space.
Yeah. Especially in your own home.
Yeah.
So little we have in this.
Because even my friend from London came to visit like last summer, and we spent 24. Because that's actually another flaw when someone's coming to visit me, I'm not relaxed. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get tickets here. I'm making a reservation. We're getting the pool. I already got the roof deck. Like I just.
But that
want
is a
them
strength. That's a
I
beautiful,
just want them to have the
generous
best
way to be.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also like maybe I should have done my own thing for 8 hours. Because towards the end, she goes, I can tell that you're sick of me, but I feel not too much. I go, no, it's good. It's good. But I was living in a studio and then I got us a hotel for a few days, but it's like we're all still in one room for a whole week.
You got a hotel?
Yeah.
Where?
We did it at the Pally House on 3rd Street though.
Yeah.
Because
I love that one.
Well, it's so funny because she's from London and what's that amazing spot I love? West 3rd, like the salads. Jones.
Oh, Jones on
3rd.
3rd, yeah.
She goes, I want to eat a salad in a metal bowl like they do in America. Like that was her big thing.
Oh.
She like wanted to have a salad in a metal bowl.
You do that at home though, right?
Well, not at Jones on 3rd.
You can get a salad in a metal bowl?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Also the Pally Hotel on like
There's
3rd,
a Collywood. Oh, on 3rd, yeah.
They have a great happy hour food menu.
Yeah.
Some weekend.
No, we've had it. Yeah. And they
No,
had a
you
cute
and I
little
have it.
pool.
Oh, but you did. You got it.
Yeah, no, we've ordered because it was really nice. It was a giant room. Like it was really.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Yes.
They have it's a good hotel.
Luxury is so. I'm like.
Well, I took her to lunch to the Beverly Hills Hotel, and I want to stay there.
Can I just say, luxury is amazing.
Yeah.
I'll just say it once.
I think snobbiness is gross. Luxury is amazing.
And also, everyone deserves luxury.
Yes. Except the people that have it now. Give it to us.
Yeah. It's so cool and nice. I goddamn love luxury so much.
I know, but that's the great thing about our careers. Sometimes you have these super luxurious moments and then they bring you down back and you're in Kentucky at a chuckle. And like that's what's like really
Did you know it's
good to keep you chill.
I didn't know that. I just assumed the South was always hot. In Kentucky?
Did it?
It's
Well, because it touches
snowing.
up to Ohio. So like I can see that.
I went to Kentucky and I was like, there was snow on the ground. I'm freezing. I'm like, what the hell?
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, it could be climate shit too. You know, the hurricanes are rolling and
There
was a hurricane in the mountains. Like it's crazy.
It's really nuts.
Yeah.
Right,
to have a mayor go on the television and go, if you don't evacuate, you will die. And then people still not evacuate.
It's so.
Let's not talk about the hurricane. Give me a game or a person with a problem.
Okay, let's play the game and then we'll do a person with a problem. Okay, so this is Sorry Who. I never know who the hell anyone's talking about ever, and I want to find out if you do too. And the stakes are really high, and there's huge consequences for getting these wrong. JK, not at all. Okay, wait, some of this is fun for you, I think. Okay, I'm going to describe some notable people, and you're going to tell me who they are, and if you don't know, you'll say Sorry Who.
Okay.
Okay, this is Sorry Who with Liza Treyger. Second president of the United States.
I don't know.
It's tough. It's
John or Harold or something?
You're right.
It's John Harold?
It's not Harold, but you're right by John. I'm going to give you it.
Okay.
John, that's correct. It's John Adams.
Oh, okay, cool.
So few people know that, myself don't. So few people, most people don't know it, myself included. I learned from this game. Okay, author of The Catcher in the Rye.
J.D. Salinger.
Correct. Not me being surprised you know anything. I'm like, yeah. Founder of The Honest Company.
What? Oh, Jessica Alba.
Yes, bitch.
You know she burned a bunch of babies.
Did she?
Yeah, back in the day she was selling baby SPF that wasn't real and all these babies got burnt.
And again, Jessica Alba, if you want to support this show, I will delete that. I will scrub this from the show. Plays Harry in When Harry Met Sally.
Billy Crystal.
You're slaying the house down boots. The late host of 2020.
Barbara Walters.
Yes, diva.
In junior high, we had to make magazines for the millennium, and we picked a person of the millennium, and I picked Barbara Walters. She was like my hero. I love 2020.
You know, I pranked her on a kids' prank TV show.
Wait, I have to know this, but other kids like were making fun of me for picking Barbara Walters, this journalistic woman ahead of her time who ended up doing some fucked up shit. But and then some guy had Christopher Columbus, and I go, okay, yeah, what did he do? And everyone laughed at me. Ahead of my time.
Ahead of your time.
Wait, how did you prank her and how did she react?
Okay, I was on a kids prank TV show called Gagsters. You can look it up, babe. You can find it. There are things to find. I want to see little you doing pranks. We filmed it on the streets of New York for years. Between the ages of like 12 and like 16, I was doing this. And it was aired mostly in France. But it was on the Kids WB here in America for one summer. And one summer when we were shooting, it was one winter, it was too cold in New York. So we went down to Miami to do it. But that's not where I pranked Barbara Walters. It was in the summer in New York City in Central Park. We're doing the thing. I have the walkie in. I'm talking to the producers. We're watching, adults come by. The whole thing was kids pranking adults. That was the premise of the show. And then a woman in a hot pink power suit is coming my way. And I'm going, that looks like Barbara Walters, but like younger and covered in makeup. And it was her. And I was just like, I have to do this. And I just started doing the prank. And the prank, it was a dumb prank. It was like, basically they just had a fart machine on me. And I was asking for directions. And I just keep farting. And it's like really loud. And I'm going, oh, I'm sorry. And she was just as sweet as could be. And she I remember her looking so much younger and like tight than I would have thought. And also like she had a ton of makeup on. And then
did you then go prank?
Well, then eventually she just like kind of walked away, and then producers went over and were like, so that was a prank show. And she was like, I'm Barbara Walters. And then she just like went on her way. And I was like, that was so cool.
Your instincts as a kid though too.
I mean, 2020.
You're like, we got Barbara.
2020 was my favorite show. I used to watch it with my mom.
Oh my God, who was the guy? John Stossel with the mustache. Yeah, and he was always like, and I'll tell you what.
yeah, just like a little gay boy and my mom every Friday night.
I'd always love it. They're like, we put a bunch of babies in a room, and then we took their parents away, and let's see how they react.
Yeah,
I love 2020.
And she would go like, 2020.
I love it. And I love the SNL 2020 like jokes, but yeah, Barbara was like a huge.
And Sherry O'Terry as Barbara Walters is just so iconic. But as a kid, every Friday I had like no friends and my mom, but I didn't care because my mom was my best friend. I loved her so much. And we would go to dinner. We would go either to Lucky Boy for Greek food or we would go to Marinara for Italian food. And then we'd come home and then we would watch 2020, and that was every Friday night.
Oh my God, we had the same. Like I watched 2020. I guess I didn't have plans on a Friday either.
Yeah,
it's just hitting me now.
I was just so happy to do it. Okay, 3 more. Director of Jurassic Park,
Steven Spielberg.
Amazing. Taylor Swift's first single,
Our Song.
It's not.
Teardrops on my guitar. Oh, Tim McGraw.
It's Tim McGraw.
Of course it's Tim McGraw.
There you go. Okay. Damn, a Swiftie.
I know. I f***ed up, but it's Tim McGraw.
Okay. Singer Faith Hill's husband.
Is it Tim McGraw?
It is. We have fun. Okay, and the final one, the Duchess of Sussex. You know it.
Meghan Markle?
It is.
Yeah.
Wow, way to go. Wait, if you put a gun to my head and said when Liza plays Sorry Who, the only one she's going to get wrong is Taylor Swift, I'd be like, never in a million years. If anything, she'll get them all wrong except for Taylor Swift.
I know. I love Our Song, but you're right. It was Tim McGraw. I mean, I'm a new Swiftie, so like the old albums are tougher for me, but I should have known that because I'm telling you, her mom's a marketing genius and her dad is a business genius. And to have your first single be Tim McGraw in the country space is genius.
It's genius.
Like, it's so. And then she went on the road with him and like Kenny Chesney and all this stuff.
I brought this up in a recent episode and there's nothing to it really, but I am curious to hear if you have anything to say about this. I have often thought to myself, when I realized it, I've been thinking about it a lot. I've never once in my personal life met someone with the last name Swift. And when I first heard that her name was Taylor Swift, I thought it was just like a country kind of like made up like star Hollywood name. But I've just never met anyone named Swift. And all evidence points to the fact that her last name is actually Swift. But why have I never met a Swift in the world?
There's a famous Swift, Jonathan Swift.
Who is that?
And there's a bar named after him in New York. He
Oh, Swift. Is it like in East Village?
Yeah.
Yes, I used to work at B-Bar across the street from it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I got blacked out there once with Larry Owens after like his Joe's Pub show, you know?
Yes.
And we ended up at a diner. It was fun. But
so there are other Swifts out
Jonathan
there.
Swift, the reason I know him is we read him in high school to learn what satire was.
Yeah.
Because he wrote a thing because people were starving in England or something. And he wrote a thing that's like, let's eat babies.
Okay.
As like a joke and a comment on society. And so we learned about satire. So that's why I know him.
That's what I think about that.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go into Nepo stuff for some reason.
Oh no, I just the name Swift. I'm like, what is that name?
Quick. Wait, I want another game.
Should we do one more voicemail? I don't have any more. I can ask you more questions.
Yeah.
Okay. One Best Actress for Monsters Ball.
Oh, Halle Berry.
Correct. Creator of The Sopranos.
Oh, David Casey.
Yes, but well, it's Chase, but you get it.
Chase, okay.
That counts. That counts. Right? Isn't that amazing? Okay, the host of Deal or No Deal.
Howie Mandel.
Correct. Played Ray Charles in Ray.
Jamie Foxx.
That's what should have happened in the last episode. I was shocked you didn't know. Okay. Director of Blade Runner.
Oh, this is where you kind of lose me.
You simply have to be a straight man to know it.
Like
There's no
Michael
way.
Bay.
It's not, but
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Ridley Scott.
Ridley
You're in the world. You're in the world. Author of Pride and Prejudice.
Jane Austen.
Correct. The host of Family Feud.
Right now is Steve Harvey.
Correct. The author of The Old Man and the Sea.
Hemingway.
Bitch. You're smart as what the
It's like this is fun. This is like my dream.
Okay, played Griselda Blanco in Griselda on Netflix.
Oh, Sofia Verdalos.
Vergara, but close
Vergara.
enough for the purposes of this game. Okay, the Duke of York.
The Duke of York. I mean, is it Harry? I mean, I don't know.
It's not.
Oh, is it Prince Albert?
You're so close. It's Prince A.
Okay, because you know Albert's like a pedophile on Epstein's Island.
And again, Prince Albert, if you want to support me in any way, I'll delete that.
Not
from the episode.
pedophiles.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Burning babies is one thing.
Yeah.
Fucking
them is another. Yeah.
Give me more. Give me more.
It was Prince Andrew.
Andrew. Oh, maybe Andrew. No, Andrew's the pedophile.
Okay.
Check who's Epstein. Yeah, it's Andrew.
Okay.
Because it's Fergie's, the Duchess. Oh, yeah, the Duchess. Fergie was the Duchess of York. I should have known that.
Okay. Author of Murder on the Orient Express.
Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. Okay, author of The Raven.
Oh, Edgar Allan Poe.
Correct. New York Jets quarterback.
Right now it's Aaron Rodgers.
That's correct. The second oldest Kardashian sister.
Kim.
I think Kim is the oldest.
Oh, I thought Courtney was for some reason.
No, I think Kim is the oldest.
Oh, so Courtney's number 2?
Chloe's number 2.
I always thought Chloe was the youngest.
No.
Wow.
No. I'm the youngest. The lead singer of the band Genesis.
Phil Collins?
Correct. The star of the Ring movie.
Naomi Watts.
Correct. Inventor of the lightning rod.
Lightning rod?
Uh-huh. I know. This really trips people up.
What's a lightning rod?
I'm
going to say Ben Franklin.
Right.
Oh, but he didn't invent the lightning rod.
He did, bitch.
No, he found electricity through
There's no
the
talk
lightning.
back. No talk back in this. Okay. The hosts of Love is Blind.
Oh, Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey.
Yeah, director of The Godfather.
Fuck. Coppola.
Yes.
Francis Ford.
I think you just beat the game.
That's so fun.
I mean, you literally got 2 wrong.
I love it.
This is amazing.
And I don't even read. Like, that's what's so cool.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I have. You did it.
Thank you.
You broke the game. Amazing.
Yeah, I do love my little games. So the movie grid game that I've been playing online nonstop,
yeah, you're really
they
into
like
this.
DM me now. Like we're DMing. I'm like in a DM with him or her. It's 2 guys. I've messaged them before with mistakes and questions.
Maybe they can send you like a sweater with the name of the game on it.
I'm sure I'm their number 1 customer. Like it's free, but they only have like 1,000 followers. Like I don't think it's like a But maybe I guess I don't know how many people play, but and
What's the
Vulture
game?
pays them because Vulture like licenses and does their own, but uses their information or something. But today I asked a question because we're DMing. I go, well, what, since I have you, I go, for the TV grid games, Watch What Happens Live counts. But Chelsea lately and other talk shows haven't counted because you have to like guess certain things and credits.
Okay.
And he goes, oh, we don't want to do talk shows because that's cheap, but I guess one slipped the cracks. I go, are you going to take Watch What Happens Live out? That was like my secret weapon to get good percentages. But I thought there was like a reason.
Okay.
So I think they're going to take it away. The point of the game is it's a cube with 9 squares, like a box with 9 squares. And it's a grid. So here it'll say Naomi Watts, Jennifer Aniston, Nicole Kidman. Up here it'll say movies that begin with an A through an H. Oscar-nominated film. And then this one could be like any horror movie, romantic comedy, came out between 1990 and 2000. And then the more obscure your answer, the higher percentage of points you get.
And they decide what obscure is.
Well, it's about how many people respond. So it's like the most popular or not. So like, obscure, if it's like sometimes you'll get it and only 2% of people that have played have guessed your guess. And that feels good. And then sometimes you just don't know anyone. You have to write Avengers and it's 60% and it's like whatever.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, of course.
What if you're wrong?
Then you could, if the other ones are still a high percent, you could still do good. But like sometimes you get one wrong or two, and then it's
so it's almost kind of
80%.
like
you're at top 80th percent of the day, and like that sucks. But whatever.
What's that game that I don't like? It's a game show, and it's based on the percentage of people who what their answers. Is it Feud? Is it Family Feud?
It is Family Feud. They ask 100 people in an audience.
Yeah,
they ask 100 random people.
I hate that game.
Oh, I love it.
I don't hate it. I don't care what they said.
No, I messaged Michelle Buteau. I'm like, can we please get on Family Feud for Survival season 2? I'm like, I need to do Family Feud.
Comedians did that once, right?
Oh, now it's all celebrities now. It used to be regular families, like a family versus a family, and they would have a week of Celebrity Family Feud, and I think that's just now the thing.
No,
you don't have to be a family, so it's like any show that's trying to promote, you can, whatever mishmash of
like
stars
Abbott
you can bring.
Elementary on Family Feud.
Exactly. But what's interesting, I mean, a lot of people that are on it are normal, like more normal than not.
Yeah.
But the best is celebrities are so out of touch that they don't understand what like a
They're
common
like,
100. Yeah, like so they'll ask like, what's the most popular vegetable at the store, and they'll just be like, quinoa?
Diamonds.
They just don't know. And that's like really fun with the celebrities. They're like disconnected from society.
That is really
fun.
I
love Family Feud. I would love to play. I mean, obviously you can buckle under pressure, but like I think I'd be good.
I mean, Jessica Walter, 9 million amazing jokes on Arrested Development, and one of them was like, what could a banana cost? $14? Or something to that effect.
Michael, what could a banana cost? $10. My friend Maddie Ryan has a joke where he goes, I don't know. Is a plate $2 or $200? Both seem fair. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what a plate costs.
I mean, that's me at the mechanic. I'm just like, what will this cost? And it's like, he knows, I know. You can say any number, and I just have to let it happen. A mechanic could say any number to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they go, there's a leak in the gasket. How much is it to repair that? He could say $80. He could say $15. He could say $2,000. I go, okay. Like the power that they have is really like, I really appreciate like that when you find a mechanic who, and here's the thing.
Don's Auto in Highland Park. I trust him.
I fall in love with all of them. Is like,
I love the guy at Don's Auto. He remembers every single customer's name. Every time I would call anything, he's like, Liza, like he knew.
He just knew.
And it wasn't special. Like other people would come and he knew every single client's name.
I feel like their vibe is they're all like I can't help but flirt with like.
Well, that's how they win your trust to give you a crazy number.
I know, but I love it.
Exactly. I'm fine.
Thank you. Flirt with me. They all flirt with me, and I love it.
The hands are dirty. Yeah,
and they're dirty, and then their eyes are so bright. You know, they always have because they're like covered in soot. So their eyes are just like bright green eyes, and I'm just like,
they're just coal miners.
I love a mechanic. I'm just like, they're just so. I'm just so ready to just like trad wife for a mechanic. You know?
Yeah, this is my thing. Like, I love kind of the like manual labor style jobs, like a construction worker. Like that is hot. I just don't know if they're feminists. And that's what's tough for me.
Sure.
I would love like a day like I would love someone that like builds something or houses or does wood. Or like, but I just am nervous.
Yeah, I don't want to know their politics.
Yeah, like that's what's tough.
Yeah.
You're thinking of sex. I'm thinking of like my full-time
But honestly,
partner
it's not even
in
like
life.
sex. I don't because
I would have
genuinely
sex with a
these
Republican,
men.
I guess, like if it really had to happen.
Yeah.
But like I just can't imagine dating someone that's not like abortion on demand whenever you want.
No, totally.
And that's hard for me because I do think they're the hottest.
Yeah. I guess I just mean like there's like a instant like what do they call it? A stag? Who said that? Jinx, yeah.
We got Jinx Monsoon.
Oh yeah. Earlier this week.
I was talking about you just last week to somebody. I go, the celebs he's getting on this pod. It's incredible.
Liza Treyger.
Kimchi. That was incredible.
Henry Winkler's shaking my hand.
I know.
Maybe he'll do the pod.
Who?
Henry Winkler.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God, you won't believe this. So when we met Henry Winkler,
Yeah.
I say to him, just so you know, I'm an SVU freak.
Oh, yeah.
Yours is iconic. And he goes, whatever. So then I go to sleep to BoJack Horseman all the time. So I'm like laying, and then I kind of wake up, and it's the Henry Winkler episode of BoJack Horseman, and someone in the episode goes, "I loved you on SVU Law and Order."
Oh
and
my
I go,
God.
"That was me." Like,
That's beautiful.
I know. I couldn't believe it.
Because you told me about the BoJack Horseman right after that moment.
But I forgot that they mentioned
That's
SVU
a part
in
of it.
And this happened. Okay, your friend Shanola Hampton. She's in a
My
show.
close personal friend, Janelle Hampton.
Well, I don't.
No, but kind of. No, definitely not at all. But also, no. I know. I'm being silly.
I have. You've had moments with her.
We have.
Oh yeah. So I love her show Found, and season 2 premiered recently. And so Allie Makovsky's at my house. You might know her.
Yeah.
And so we're chatting, and I'm telling
Mrs.
her.
Bad Ladder.
Yeah,
Mrs.
Mrs. And so I'm telling her about the show I love, Found, and I'm like, blah blah blah. Shanola Hampton. I turn on Watch What Happens Live. Shanola Hampton's the guest.
Yeah.
I was so happy. And she loves Housewives, so like she was such a good guest too.
Amazing. I'm going to tell you a story that simply cannot be included. But
this is what I know.
She's the most beautiful, powerful, kind,
muscular, great
brightest
body,
light in the world. She's just like she walks in a room. She's just like, and I'm sure she's a dynamic, full person who has all sorts of emotions. But like when you're with her, you're just like you are an A+ mood all the time. You're just like, it's amazing. I've never seen anyone so present and like genuinely positive in a way that does not feel like saccharine or false. Very cool person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was great on Shameless.
Great.
Her and Steve Howey were sexy as fuck together.
I mean, truly.
Yeah.
Just really,
he's one of the hottest people in television.
It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah. He said no to do our podcast, but
He did?
Yeah. But he plays like an MMA guy who gets double catfish, where this girl he's on a date with, he got a text from her, but it wasn't really her, that said, "I have a rape fantasy." Because this person wanted to punish this girl. So he rapes her thinking it's like what she wants. And then she's like, "I've been raped." And then he's like, "Listen, I have this text. Like, I thought you wanted this." And so they find the person in between who sent the text to both of them to set her up. But they can't charge her unless he pleads guilty to rape. Because if he doesn't, then she didn't really commit a crime. So they can't like.
I don't understand, but that's okay.
Well, so like, let's say someone is texting as being both of them and like set this girl up to be raped in a rape fantasy that wasn't her texting.
Yeah.
But to charge her for the rape, like there needs to be a crime that happened that she had caused.
Oh.
So if he doesn't plead guilty to rape, they can't go after the person that set it up because there's nothing that has happened. So he's like a good guy MMA fighter, and he goes, "I'll plead guilty to rape."
Wow.
And then his manager's like, "Our career, man," and he's like, "I don't know, could we help this girl?" Like.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah.
Best for you.
Steve Howey told me 6 years ago, he was like, "You should get a YouTube channel," and I was like, "Whatever." Here I am.
I know. If you just started,
If I just listened,
you could have been Emma Chamberlain by now.
No, I mean, forget it.
Yeah.
But I'll be Emma Chamberlain in 2031.
2031.
Isn't that crazy?
I think sooner.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Emma Chamberlain.
Yeah, you should come do this podcast.
Come to this podcast.
Emma, why are you in Milan? Come on
on,
over
girl.
here.
Let's go. Tell people where they can follow you.
I'm at Glitter Cheese everywhere on the internet, and my podcast is called That's Messed Up, an SVU podcast. And that's pretty much it.
Can you announce the Netflix special at all?
Oh, I am going to have a Netflix special next year, so look out for that. And if you can't wait and you need more, I do have a Netflix half-hour special. That's on,
incredible. The Degenerates.
That's there, yeah. So, that's where you can find me.
So great. Tune in every
or
single...
at SoulCycle. Honestly, if you go to Taylor Swift SoulCycle, you could find me.
You're there?
Yeah.
Tune in every single week for the rest of our lives. This is Sorry What. I love you so much.
Извините, что?
Goodbye.
Is that the clip that you're gonna put? What is this?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's so
Yeah,
funny.
it's really fun.